welcome back to Dallas Cowboys coverage after a huge win against the New York Giants. It was really a great game played overall. Offensively, defensively, the running game could not be stopped. Dak looked amazing, so I'm going to get into all that right here. Alright, so I want to start with Dak Prescott, nearly a year removed now from that gruesome ankle injury. The game was one day before the anniversary of that. So I think, Dak spoke on it about the sort of mental barrier that he was sort of having to break through, and it was a bit of a slow start for him and the offense overall, because I can imagine just the sort of deja vu, I think, of the whole moment being, week 5 against the Giants at home, just, that environment, and just remembering what happened a year ago. That's tough for anyone, and just, I was really proud of how he played and how he was able to overcome that, that stress and that, just that mental, I think he called it fog, just, sort of hanging over him, right? So, once he got going, though, the Cowboys' offense could not be stopped. He played great. I think he had 3 touchdowns, pretty high yardage, even with the running game, so it was really a great performance by him. And, speaking of the running game, Ezekiel Elliott, I think, had one of his best games in a long time. Over 100 yards again. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 in the air, 2 on the ground. It was really, just another excellent performance by him. Tony Pollard looked good, too. I think he had around 60 yards rushing. And that running back tandem is amazing. It's awesome to see Zeke back to form. Pollard complimenting him so well, and it's really exciting. Who knows, maybe we'll even see Connor McGovern with a carry sometime at the fullback position. So really a great running game. It's just getting better every single week, and I think that's going to be huge, staying balanced, especially in the Patriots game. Just pound them with the run, air it out when you need to. Again, Dak had 2 great touchdown passes. CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper stick out. They had great games as well, so the offense is more balanced, I think, than it's been in a long time. We look at some of the best Cowboy seasons over the last few years. It's giving, 2016 vibes, I think, just that balance, the, sort of pick your poison on offense, the offensive line back to form, and we don't even have La'el Collins back. It's really, really awesome to see, and, the offensive line really playing great. Tyron Smith right back on track. Zach Martin, none of them have missed a beat. Terrence Steele's really been impressive. Connor Williams has been solid as well. Beatis, though, I do want to talk about. There were, I think, quite a few bad snaps throughout the game, and I was really excited about him when we drafted him last year. He was sort of a favorite of mine, sort of a pet cat, if you will, but, and after, up and down season last year, I was really hoping to see him kind of make that jump this season, but it just hasn't quite been there yet. So, if he can't, hopefully that he can get back on track, but I think that it's worth, trying. They tried Connor Williams in the preseason, but I think it'd be best to give Connor McGovern some of those reps, because I think he's one of your 5 best offensive linemen, and I like that they're getting him involved in the run game at least, that sort of power fullback role, but, I think that he could possibly be a center replacement for Beatis if he continues to struggle. So I think it's worth monitoring. We'll see if they decide to do anything there. So let's move to the defense. Trevon Diggs, another interception. That's now 6 on the season, 10 pass breakups, and as of today, he's my defensive player of the year, and he should be everyone's. He's just been so awesome this year. I really expected him to make that jump, in his second season, but nothing like this. This is just absolutely incredible. He's on NFL record-breaking pace. I keep thinking that, maybe this is going to be the week he doesn't get an interception, but it hasn't happened yet. So, I'm not betting against him this week against Mac Jones and the Patriots. Watch out for number 7 again. So Anthony Brown too, he's gotten better every week. Had a pick six this week. I know he still isn't perfect, and I know a lot of Cowboys fans aren't his biggest fan, but I think he's really looked a lot better in recent weeks, and hopefully he can continue to solidify himself as a number two corner for this team. But let me know, in the comments, what do you think about Anthony Brown? What do you think of the Cowboys' performance overall? Who was your player of the game? And remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of these videos. I'll be having another one coming up soon after the Patriots game, so you don't want to miss that. Alright, so continuing on the defense, how about the rookies? I mean, Micah Parsons, also Digizua, really kind of the headliners right now, but I mean, they're top two in pressures throughout the NFL, I think, right now. They're, as of rookies, of course, but also Digizua has really, really exceeded expectations in the third round. I can't wait to see him and Neville Gallimore back. Once that duo, pass rushing, at the defensive tackle spot, it's really been a weak point on the Cowboys for years, but really seeing the development is really kind of inspiring, inspiring hope in that interior defensive line spot, and if they can continue to grow, watch out for some of these young names, in a few in a few years, and Micah Parsons, great as always. He's just getting better and better, and he's going to continue to. But one guy I want to talk about, I want to say Jabril Cox as well, had that huge stop on the goal line. Unfortunately, Daniel Jones hurt, and the Giants were decimated with injuries. I mean, we saw the awful injury of Saquon. I think it was just a sprain, fortunately, but, Sterling Shepard out. Darius Slayton was out. Kenny Golladay got hurt, so it was just, a decimated Giants team. The Cowboys got the job done, but it was really just awful to see some of those injuries for the Giants. Hoping those guys can get back on the field soon. But Jabril Cox, the speed, that's something, like, I remember, that's 2018 Jalen Smith vibes, and with Jalen Smith now gone, Jabril Cox, I think he'll continue to get more snaps like that. And that was just really a great play. Unfortunately, the injury, but really a great tackle by Jabril Cox. And sticking with the linebackers, I just wanted to comment on Leighton Vander Esch. That was the best game I've seen him play in years. Maybe the stat sheet isn't, like, eye-popping, but, just watching him, I don't know his exact stats, but just watching him, he was all over the field, making tackles. I think had some tackles for a loss. That was just the best game I've seen from him, watching that game in a long time. So I think he deserves some credit, he's playing for, he saw what happened to Jalen Smith, and he doesn't want to be next, This is his last year of his rookie contract, so if he wants to earn a new deal, he's got to go out there and play. So I hope that he can continue to play well. And Keanu Neal, too, looked good coming back after missing the last two games with being on the COVID list. So happy to see him back out there. And I'll briefly talk about the safeties as well. DeMonte Casey, solid game. Jerron Kearse, he's looking great. The Cowboys haven't missed a beat, and I think that they should get Donovan Wilson back. The safety depth is really good. Really, really underrated, so it's awesome to see